Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Okay, so this mind read is on who? You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember you. Don't be mad at me. I'm just being honest. I don't remember you. Isn't that terrible? I'm sorry. You remember me. And when I saw that comment that you went on YouTube last time, I'm like, last time? What are you talking about? Who is she? I'll probably remember halfway through the reading. Is there anything you could tell me that could trigger a memory? Oh, okay. I want. Is there anything special that might, like maybe your zodiac sign, or I don't know. Something will trigger it. Don't worry about it. No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. All right, sweetheart. But yeah, if you want to give me your sun sign, that would be great. So basically, like just your regular horoscope. When people say what's your horoscope sign, you don't have to get into all the sun, moon, rising, or big 6 or big 3. You don't have to do that. Just your sun sign. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay, so you're the Virgo. Okay. All right. All right. There's a situation brewing here that is not good. Okay. In the very near future, in the next, I would say within the next 3 months, if even that, I see that there's a female that's going to be moving into the picture with him. He doesn't know her yet. And the way they meet, there's got to be something he's involved with that. Okay, an Aries male is secretive when he's up to no good. So let's say, this is not a reading where I want you to start doubting him or anything like that. Okay, let's be fair. Let me see what he's up to, what he's done, what he's planning. But let me address a problem, all right? A problem that is in the future, not today. Today, that is not the reality. We're looking ahead. There's something that he's doing today that is shady. So for example, let's say that he works at a place and there's a girl that has flirted with him a couple of times and he really hasn't done anything about it. Okay. No, there's nothing wrong. He's done nothing wrong, but there's something there that can escalate later. Or I was making up the workplace. Okay. It's not the workplace. I'm just giving you an example because there could be something very small, like let's say he hangs out with friends and there's a woman that likes him and knows he's taken, but they've never really gotten to talk and she doesn't have boundaries, so she's going to flirt with him anyway. Maybe one day he liked that she did that, but he didn't reciprocate it back and he didn't do anything to feed that negativity. But something happens in the next 3 months where that escalates to part B. In other words, I'm trying to tell you, the reading is showing that there's something that he didn't activate. There's something that he didn't, it's not an issue today. He didn't do anything wrong today. But in the next 3 months, those little pieces of things become a thing, okay? And this female could be a lover and eventually a partner, a girlfriend, okay? So let's see what's going on, because, right now he wants to try with you, but that means there's a weakness in the situation. That means hold all questions. I'm ignoring all questions. I'm in the middle of a paid reading. If you become a troll, you're blocked. And if you want to buy a reading, you can do so through this stream. I'm not trying to be rude, but I am with a paid customer on a timer. Okay, I'll add the time for the time I said that. Okay, let's see what's going on in his mind, because if he's telling you he wants to try, Aries can be very kind of living two lives, unfortunately. Sometimes Aries can be that way. All right, Aries is male, not female. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's something coming up here that makes me believe. So, instead of me asking you a question, I'm gonna let you know what I'm thinking, and you can respond however you feel. Okay. Okay. But his legal situation right now is not important here. I thank you for telling me. I appreciate that. But I am super focused in this reading on his perspective. Okay, on his perspective. This is a mind read, so it's the feelings and intentions and thoughts, and trying to add a layer of a relationship evaluation, that's more. Okay, so hear me out. This talks about a person feeling kind of like a vengeance, like when someone, okay, let me say it in a different way. This leads me to believe that you got pissed off at him, and you either got rid of him or left him or gave him a condition that he felt abandoned, and that the nourishing of the love was interrupted. Now, okay, so he's picking up on the way he feels, the way you treated him. So you hurt his feelings, and that's what his mind is preoccupied with. You understand what I'm saying? This is a mind read. So I'm looking for just the thickness of his thoughts, like what was preoccupying him. It may not be true, but it's his perspective. Okay? All right. Okay. So he feels extremely sad and overwhelmed and just very negative. He is very depressed. He's having an incredibly hard time. Okay, emotionally. All right. Plenty. And it all came to him at the wrong time. Like you were being honest because you're a Virgo. So you have, because Mercury is your ruler, so you have to speak. It's something that carries your mouth. Geminis won't shut up, and Virgos will not stop or hesitate before thinking before they speak. Okay? So you just say what you're feeling. It's like, bloop, okay, like okay, you know, there's no zipper. So you didn't mean it to be mean, but it was very cruel the way he took it, you know? Right through the heart, you know, right through the heart. You were doing it to be honest. And because you were upset, and by you verbalizing that to him, you were getting off of your chest to let him know how you have felt, that this has been a hell for you. And you wanted him to understand and react and say, "Oh my God, you're that hurt. This is where it came from. You didn't do it to be mean." Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So something you're not aware of with him is that there's something medical that is, he is having a medical issue. So this can be an infection, this can be a diagnosis, this can be anything in that's medical. So that's letting you know. So for example, what you are aware of, is that you are seeing that he can be extremely strong when he is determined to be stuck in his ways, and you're very aware of that. And you're also very aware of the fact that you also won't even flex when it comes to showing, you know, hardness and a boundary with him. You're very aware of that, is what's showing in this reading. But what you're not aware of is that there's something medical that he's not telling you. Maybe he's proud or embarrassed or something. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to really open that up. It's just something medical. So what can that be? An infection, it can be an illness, it can be something that he has, it can be something he was diagnosed with, it can be that he's very ill right now and doesn't want to let you know. He could be going through an illness, but there's something there. It can also be that he was studying medicine or something in the medical field, and you know, in other words, I'm trying to give you random examples outside of my prediction, because I'm not going to open up this prediction. I'm just letting you know that's a fact. But I don't want to open it up, but I don't want to leave you blank, like, oh my God, what does it mean? I'm giving you ideas. You find out what it is on your own, because this is not about that. This is about keeping my eyes on the ball and finding out about his intention, the relationship, and what's going to be going on, stirring from his perspective. Okay. Something he's not telling you is that there's been something he has recently walked away from that is a burden, that it's a burden that he walked away from it. So for example, there's something here letting you know, and just in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying, so when I read a mind, I also read what the person's hiding from the person. And there's been all kinds of things. So I hit on something now. So I'm going to describe it. he's upset that he had to walk away from something that meant money or assets or something like that. Something just cost him something of value financially. And it's upsetting. Very upsetting for him. I do see that your true intentions are to connect with him and make it happy, have a happy ending. Not really ending, but you know what I mean? Like for all of this to end happily. I do see that that's very genuine in you in case you go through self-doubt, because Virgo can sometimes overanalyze and get confused. Do I really feel that? Is this just the moment? Is it, hormonal? Is it just I'm having a good day or bad day? It's showing up spiritually, your energy, and this shows that you really do want all of this to have a happy ending. You really do want it. So, you should get tested, okay? I'm seeing a couple of other things come up. This part is not on his own mind. This is something that I'm just letting you know. You should get tested and be very precautious. And this is your decision. But if you decide in the future to, smoochy with him, you may want to make sure that he gets tested before you smoochy. And you want to get tested too, okay? There's I skipped to the chase. Let me go back and tell you a couple things here. The main part in his mind, in this mind read, is that deep inside, he knows he can't stop. Okay? And he wants you to believe that he can. It's almost like you're the mommy. I know it's not romantic to say that, but there's like this mommy me, baby me. I need you to not really baby me out loud, but I need you to, I need to know that if you believe in me and you forgive me and you comfort me and you make it safe and you love me, then I could really be myself and be happy. And I need you to believe in me, and that's what I need from you. That's what he deeply wants. The problem is that then when he does something bad, he just wants you to forgive him. This is not healthy. This is toxic. Now, let's go on to another section. So that ends the mind read, because the mind read is what's on his mind about you and what is he mostly preoccupied with thinking. And we already know that there's a lot of heaviness there. Now, another section I want to talk on is there's a Gemini that's surfacing here. There's a lot of Gemini energy. You may not know a person's rising. You may not know their moon. So that is an identity. And sometimes stelliums as well. So you may not know, it might not be their sun sign. But anyway, there's a person here that's very warm, friendly, and directly gives you advice and kindness on stuff. And they want to kind of like push you to go out and meet new people, push you to go out and enjoy. And the reading is saying that you should. If you, my advice, and I don't like to say it like that because I don't really give advice, but I do give spiritual guidance. I always say your life is up to you, and I'm not telling you what to do. It is your choice, your life. But you're coming to me for answers, a future that I can see. Because I'm not a therapist, I'm a psychic. So I can see the future. Therapists can't. I'm going to tell you that the future with this man is very dangerous. There is danger on many levels. Okay? And the things that he can be into, for example, addiction or some kind of lifestyle that is shady. There's something that is that's not okay with what he does. Maybe it's the crowd. Maybe it's, maybe he's an addict, or maybe there's something going on with him. Whatever that is all about, it doesn't really matter the title. It's just that I'm seeing that there's something that's not going to be changed and is very toxic. And at the same time, it's a danger of exposure to something that could be contagious as well, okay? So at the end of the day, I always tell people, you can get the answer in science. There is nothing, there's nothing like, using science and technology to get your answers. So you can always hire a PI and have them report back to you the whereabouts of the person. You can always go to, laboratories and tests. You can always look for things in your life and have an answer that maybe speaks more to you, if you don't want to trust the spiritual. All right. So I'm always very proactive in telling people, go and look and do your homework. Okay. So I understand that you are very into him and you want to be into him, but he doesn't get with your program, and you want this to work because you see a lot of beautiful qualities in him and you're partially in love with him, but you love yourself more. Clearly that's very true here. This is not going to pan out. This is not a direction that's very healthy for you. You do what you want. This is a future that is dark and dreary and not in the direction that you should go in. All right, so if you decide to go in that direction, no judgment. It's your life and your choices, and you live it the way that you want to. But you're coming to me to find out, is he going to change? No, he's going to get worse. Okay? And a lot of it has to do with his upbringing. He's not a bad person. He just has a lot of issues. But if you were with someone for that many years and you had kids and you had all these years together, or kids or pets, isn't, whatever, I would say, yeah, don't abandon somebody that's part of your life, but you're not there. You're in a preliminary stage where you have your whole life ahead of you. And why would you want to play the nurse, the doctor, the caretaker, and everything under the sun, and have, 12,000 hippopotamuses on your back? Like, why would you want that stress and problem in your life? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Now, if he was someone who you were involved with, 10, 15 years and you're part of each other, you don't abandon something like that. You stick with it, because that's having somebody's back, and you made your choice. Now you lie with it. But you're not at that stage. You're not. You've not invested that in your life. You have enough chance to walk away and live a different life. All right. You can always give things a try. Just use precaution if you decide that you still want to try with him. He's not a bad person. And just, take baby steps in what you do, and always watch over your shoulder and take precautions in everything you do. Okay? Thank you so much, sweetheart. Is there anything else I can clarify for you before we go? Okay. Just to let you know, you know, if you decide that you are stressed out with your love life, you can come back, and I always have, magical spells and magical things that help a person meet new people, things that radiate, help lift your vibes. But usually, I only recommend that to women that are really stuck. You don't seem to me stuck. You seem to me somebody who, if you decide to just turn the page and just start dating again, it's going to be very healthy for you. Also, the reading is trying to tell you that, uh, you know, there's going to be somebody who kind of inspires you to go out, to have fun. So it looks to me like you will have a cool flow in a new direction, and that's fine. But I was just letting you know, if you ever feel stuck, that is an area that I work on. I look at your horoscope, I kind of look at timing, I kind of see what's destined, what we can kind of push and make happen faster, kind of like an architect, and I kind of do that with magic and astrology. I'm not recommending it because I feel that you're going to flow in a better direction, but I'm just letting you know that I offer those services in case you're ever stuck. And hopefully you won't, okay? All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Thank you, Angie. I'll remember you now, the Virgo. I'll make a mental note. All right, sweetheart. Take care. Thank you. Hey, guys, if you want to book a reading, you can do so through my shop. I'll be on TikTok offering free yes and no, but you can't say Instagram, you can't say click, you can't say bio, you can't say shop, you can't say PayPal, you can't say anything on that platform without getting a violation. So this is where I read. This is my comfortable space, but I'm on there daily doing free yes and no, and I do all kinds of freebies. So if you want to participate, you always can, but when it comes to paid reads, they are here. All right, guys, thank you so much. Bye, love and light.